Crosswell.
Okay, hi. Hi, my name's Crosswell. If this is your first time listening to this, hi. So I wanted to talk about, there's a few things I want to talk about. So basically, it's just my evolution as a creator, my views on Christianity, what's it like to embrace the universe, and can a human develop abilities via mutation and natural selection? So to start off, I'm gonna keep it short. So my evolution as a creator. So basically, I had been a content creator when I was much younger because I first started with like K-pop dancing, and I had taken down that channel because it was kind of like off the rip embarrassing, especially with my dancing skills. And I know I'm a better dancer, but it's just like I don't want to actually see myself back then like that, and that's the reason why that channel had been like just completely like off the grid. But as of now, I have to the point of actually doing my own research and becoming my own like social experiment, and actually like putting myself out there and seeing what I'm capable of and like what content I can offer and like create, because I want to be a different type of creator and be unique, something that speaks me and speaks my language. And I want to like build a conversation, build like a fan base of people that actually think and move like me. But it's just like my evolution as a content creator is like, it started with dancing, and then I had done other content like short forms of content, especially with like Instagram Reels and like TikToks. But I'm viewing those platforms much differently because like I want to utilize it differently. I don't want to like do different trends and actually do what like other creators have done before, especially like hopping on like an audio sound that has been used so many times, just because you can just be on that trend and you can just be on the algorithm for like the video to be viewed. I don't want it to be like that. I want it to be something unique that offers something different, but also getting like the traction and like the attention that I am looking for and looking to build engagement. And it's, I'm still doing my own research and observation, just trying to like just achieve that, especially with like getting and understanding to know the algorithm and understanding like hashtags and how they work and what their functions are. So like it's a lot, and like I'm working on that. So the next point is that I want to talk about is that my views on Christianity. So, I want to be careful what I say, because like with Christianity and religion in itself, it's a very grounded thing to people. And this is just my views and my opinions on like what I think about it. And it's not in a negative way, but it's just like the way that I view it, it's outdated like information, considering how we have technology in this current era that we're living in. In my opinion, it's outdated beliefs. It was a belief system back then, but with how people are living their lives now and how I'm seeing people, especially with churches, and like how there's different forms of churches, and like there's different like Bible studies, there's different groups, there's different like, communions. It's very outdated considering we have technology. And I want to keep repeating myself. We have technology. So it's just like, why can't someone or people have a different view on, just religion in itself or being outside of religion? Because like, we only have one life on this planet. And if everyone wants to live their life based on a checklist and a book, it's very limiting on like what you can actually become in life. And I just want that to be just a takeaway that I wanted to just include. So what's it like to embrace the universe? So if you think about the universe and the grand scheme of things, so basically if you think about planet Earth, we live on a rock. The moon is a piece of Earth, but we live in the solar system. So we have like other planets that are orbiting a sun. So with the sun, it's also in the Milky Way galaxy, and it's also in like the vastness of space. So if you're able to open your mind and just be embracive of like, I'm pretty sure that's the word, but like if you're just open to like embracing something new and something that's different and that hasn't been existed before, I just want you to have like an open mind, pretty much. I just want to keep that short. And then like the last point is like, can a human develop abilities via mutation and natural selection? So if you think of science, think of evolution. So in order for something to actually be created, something else had to be mutated in order for it to adapt and survive. If you think of so the example that I want to give is a giraffe. Why do you think a giraffe is so tall and why their neck is so long? Evolution and mutation had to happen in order for that to happen, for their necks to be taller, in order for them to reach from the trees of how tall they were, so that if they were just extending their neck, that's the reason why they got taller in the first place, because of a mutation. So a mutation has to happen in order for something else to evolve. And something that I'm sorry that I'm fumbling over my words, like I'm just like thinking and talking at the same time, but with evolution and with developing abilities, yes, it's possible with a mutation when there needs to be something that needs to, for it to be altered for survival, and then natural selection will take effect to those who are able to adapt to the mutation in order for something else to come out of that. That's just something that I just want to talk about real quickly for this audio log, because has been on my mind. That's why I talked about like my evolution as a creator, my views on Christianity, what's it's like to embrace the universe, and like mutation, via like, human, abilities, developing them, and then, just with natural selection. That's just something that's been on my mind, and I just want to actually just make that like on the record of just like what I want to talk about. But yeah, with that being said, Expo out.